Let's watch AC try to manhandle a 60 horsepower factory 450 with some tough blocks. Unfortunately, let's back up. Let's see what happened. So you've got AC in the air here, and you've got Ty in front of him. I don't think AC got cross-rutted. I think he was just trying to get out of the way, so he didn't land on a fellow Kawasaki rider. So he jumps to the outside and lands on a tough block. That had to have been a very scary moment right there. And then afterwards, you've got a tough block coming at you at 40 miles an hour, and he's got to react in milliseconds. So what does he do? Keep that front wheel light. Decides to wheelie over it. He's got the save made. It's in the bag. And then, wait, there's more tough blocks on the track. Oh, skims that one. And then the fifth one, boom, takes him out. He is 4 for 5. He almost had that saved. Maybe if he would have kept it wide open here and been able to wheelie over it, he would have been. But man, off on the side of the track is incredibly slippery. So him jumping off and right here, not having that bike low side, dude, epic. And it's just sad that the last little one took him out because he had such a good start. I believe a lot of these crashes happen because of the suspension being so stiff. Everyone was going with Supercross valving and just their Supercross setup. We can see Jet sliding out here. Yeah, there is definitely some variables in here when it comes to it's muddy and slippery. This track at Charlotte, though, was a perfect hybrid between motocross and supercross because of how fast it was. These guys had to change it up, and we'll talk more about suspension throughout this video. But that is how you know the design was good, was when guys are like, nope, can't just have a pure supercross setup. Nope, I don't want to go purely motocross because I'm going to die. You got to have a happy medium in here. And truthfully, when the suspension is so stiff, it's like a road bike. There's less friction on the ground and less just downward pressure, so the bikes will just easily slip out from under you. Even these elite level guys that are able to find pretty much traction when there is none. And this crash with Deegan, dude, the dude almost went down hard a couple times throughout the day. However, this one, look at that scrub. Look at that scrub. He is freaking 3 inches from the lip, hits his foot peg, has that sucker bounce all the way up, gnarly whip into an endo. And thank God he's a young kid because most people might not have been able to race after this. The dude was sore and he still got stuff done. We've got RJ here with a mistake, endoing off this corner double, which logically tells me there's probably only 2 things that could have happened. A, he missed a rut, got cross-rutted, front wheel or rear wheel. Probably more likely rear wheel did not fall into the rut. Or because of it's out of a left-hand turn, when he got his feet back on the pegs, he goes to shift and misses that shift. I haven't decided what I think actually happened, but it's definitely one of those two. Here, let's watch it from him just starting off. Boom. Speaking of crashes, we've all hit the deck pretty darn hard. Well, Coach Rob has you covered. If you go to CoachRobStore.com and go under his product lines, he has meticulously designed nutritional bundles to help you get back on track faster than ever. Broken bone bundle, an impact injury bundle. I've currently used this one. It did wonders on my ankle. I can contest as a customer that this stuff works, and it works very well. So make sure you go to CoachRobStore.com. And I have to say, everyone, please send your prayers to Coach and his family. He had a medical emergency last week, and he still did the live show from the hospital that nobody knew about. The dude is tough as nails, and I just want to say, I love you, Coach, and I hope you get well faster than ever. Let's talk a little bit about suspension. Watch Jet as he comes through these rollers. Watch that ass end. Kicks side to side. Well, what does that tell you? The bike is too stiff. Bikes kick side to side, too stiff. Bikes kick straight up and down, too soft. You noticed he wasn't doing this in Moto 2. Sexton's bike was kicking side to side, and then it stopped. It wasn't even kicking up. They found a good setting. Because in Supercross, you kind of have to compromise whether you want a whoop setup or you want it to corner. What do you want it to do? Do you want it to save you? Look at here, Deegan, during, I believe, this might have been qualifying. Watch him case this quad. Dude, how did that bike save it? Yeah, again, it's talent, but it's also got to do with a lot of work behind the scenes with suspension guys, bike development stuff. That bike should have tagged him and flipped him way over. You don't realize that these suckers are basically 6-foot walls, and he just tags it after jumping 4 mounds. And look at that. Boom. If he would have really slammed on the brakes, that bike could have easily from here, a nose wheelie, taken him over. So that's where the technique came involved, is his ability to soak it up and then make sure that he's not on the brakes, which is scary to do because right after something goes wrong and you've got an obstacle ahead of you, you want to just stop and you want to bail. But no, he lets the bike just go through it and he survives, which is rather impressive. But I'm also very impressed with that motorcycle. Let's watch Jet's hybrid setup. This is Moto 2, when you know it was much softer, but yet it still worked in the Supercross sections because he comes here, cases a triple hard, pretty much doesn't stop him. He's able to continue on with the rhythm. Well, it made him not triple out, he just doubled out, but it didn't look like it bothered him. And then you've got him here casing the quad, just soaks it up, able to do the next triple. Those bikes work so well. I am in awe all the time. Every time I watch these guys ride the bikes and just the bikes underneath them. I missed this, but 2 things. You can notice that Kitchen has the lights on his triple clamps, and then no, he doesn't, and then Deegan does. But watch what Deegan does here. He's the only rider I saw do that. Boom. He just doubled into the rhythm section before the wall that nobody was doing. Watch Levi. Levi lands, and then he's going to like wheelie over. Deegan lands in the rut. Makes it a double. Gets that front wheel over that starter bump. And then last, we've got the pass from Tom V. All on Joe and Ryder D. 2-for-1 special. Tom got passed by Joe, and he was just heads up racing, using his racecraft as Joe ends up pushing Ryder D, kind of slows him down. Tom decides not to follow and ends up taking a different line and is able to capitalize on both their mistakes. Very well executed. That's a total MXGP move from all of his experience. I'd have to say that is the coolest pass of the entire race, was the 2-for-1 special. Here, we'll watch it in real time and you can see how it was set up here. And it was just all by not following, which is very difficult with a rider that just got passed. You can either try to fall in line or you can instantly try to make a pass back, and that's what Tom did. And it's always better to try to instantly make an attack right after you've been passed. Hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Subscribe. I've got some good things planned for the podcast this week, so make sure your week is WFO. Till next time. Bra da 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 whoa.